And now let's hear from John Churin from Kepler Speakers to introduce our first speaker.
Kepler Speakers is proud to sponsor today's keynote speaker for the PCMA Capital Chapter Spark event. I'm John Churin, Senior Vice President at Kepler Speakers. Since the beginning of the pandemic, when most of us have been at home, I bet you've turned to YouTube a time or two to help you with something around the house. For me, I watched a video a few months ago on how to grow cabbage. That was a pretty successful venture. And this weekend, after I harvested these huge cabbages, YouTube then taught me how to turn them into sauerkraut. I also learned from YouTube how to get a drill bit stuck out of my drill, how to get pine tar stains off my truck. Yes, there's pretty much a video for everything. But what I could never in a million years imagine is that it is possible to build a house from YouTube videos. Now, I'm not talking about a birdhouse or a doghouse. I'm talking about a real 5-bedroom house fit for a large family. Well, that's exactly what today's speaker, Cara Brookins, did. Equipped with only YouTube instructional videos, Cara and a work crew comprised of her 4 children poured concrete, framed the walls, laid bricks for their 2-story, 5-bedroom, 3,500 square foot house. That's amazing. Cara is the author of 8 books, including Rise, How a House Built a Family. You may have seen her on shows like the Today Show and Inside Edition, or read stories about her in the New York Times, Good Housekeeping, and Southern Living. Cara's story is an inspiring blueprint that traces her family's rise from battered victims to stronger, better versions of themselves. All thanks to one impossible and extraordinary do-it-yourself project. It's my pleasure to introduce Kepler exclusive speaker and my friend, Cara Brookins.
My kids wake up surrounded by this proof that our minds and our bodies can do incredible things.
You will never complain about being too busy or too tired ever again.
The Brookins family turned a traumatic experience into a story they are now sharing with the world.
Meet Cara Brookins.
Cara Brookins. Cara Brookins.
Cara Brookins wanted to get her family out of a bad situation, so with the help of her 4 kids, they decided to build their own home just by watching how-to videos on YouTube. It's crazy. She decided to build one herself. Let that sink in for a second.
They had been so beaten down for so long that this idea that for the first time in their lives they could take physical action to make their own lives better, they jumped at that. We all did. We all needed that.
You found all these steps and you put all these steps together. At what point did you say, all right, I'm now brave enough to combine all of these steps and start building the house?
But the truth is, when you see your kids light up after a decade of tiptoeing through their lives, when I saw the way they walked tall with their shoulders back as they paced out the width of our someday living room, the way they flung their arms out and pushed us to dream bigger, bolder, more hopeful, I dared to take a chance on the reality of it. Thank you, and I can't wait to see what you build.